So you've been trying to increase your hamstring flexibility so you can get into the splits and kick higher. But no matter what you do, you still can't get the flexibility that you want. There may be one muscle that you're overlooking that you need to start stretching in order to get the splits and kick higher. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? This is Kimana Neilstrong, founder of APIP Martial Arts, where you learn how to kick higher, split lower, and lose body fat, all without hurting yourself. If you like that type of free information, then subscribe to the channel, click the bell for the post notifications so that you are alerted every time I have some free advice for you that's going to allow you to kick higher, split lower, and lose body fat. So in this video, you guys are going to learn about the deep longitudinal subsystem, why it's important for the hamstrings and your flexibility, and what it does in other portions of your life. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you an exercise that you can do and how you're supposed to do the exercise in order to get the best out of it so you can maximize your flexibility. So in our bodies, we have many subsystems that are responsible for making us move and to kick, all right? But the one subsystem that we're gonna focus on today, because we're talking about the hamstrings, is called the deep longitudinal subsystem. Now in that subsystem, we have the hamstrings, we have the calves, we have the peroneals, we have the thoracolumbar fascia, and we have other muscles and tissues that are responsible for this. Now the deep longitudinal subsystem is responsible for us walking, jumping, and doing other things. So in the deep longitudinal subsystem, when the hamstrings are working, there are other muscles that are working in concert with the hamstrings, okay? They are muscle synergies, which just means muscles that work together to make something happen. Now in this case, the hamstrings, we need to pay attention to the calves. Now the calves and the hamstrings, they both come into the knee, all right? So the hamstrings, they insert into the knee, and the calves, they originate from the knee. And in order for the hamstrings to achieve their full flexibility, you cannot have other muscles that are too tight, preventing you from stretching the hamstrings. So what you want to do is also stretch the calves when you are stretching the hamstrings. But the calves have two parts to it. All right, the calves are comprised of the soleus muscle, and they're also comprised of the gastrocnemius. Now the soleus muscle is the part of the calf that is closer to the ankle or the lower part of your leg. And the gastrocnemius is on the higher part of your lower leg, all right, the one closer to the knee. Now, which one do you think you need to stretch? That's right, you should be stretching both, but for the flexibility of your hamstrings, it's gonna make more sense and make more use of your time to stretch the gastrocnemius. So in order to do that, anytime we stretch the hamstrings, you wanna make sure that the leg or the knee is completely extended, but not overextended so that your leg is hyperextended, but softly or comfortably straight, all right? And your toes have to be pointed up. Now, when you're stretching your hamstrings, your toes don't have to be pointed up, even though I hear that all the time. But that's a subject for another video. But to stretch your calves, however, your toes definitely need to be up. All right, so like I told you guys in the beginning, this is the bonus section. Now in this section, I'm gonna demonstrate an exercise that you guys can use to effectively stretch your calves in order to receive the full benefits from your hamstrings training. This is the standing wall stretch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hands on the wall, you're gonna have one foot in front, and you're gonna put one foot in the rear. The leg that's in the rear, that is the calf that we're gonna be stretching. So you want your second and third toes pointing forward, and then you're going to lean forward into the wall so that the angle of your ankle decreases. However, some people may not feel a stretch at all in this position, and some people do. And if you do feel the stretch from this position, great. If you don't feel the stretch from this position, or if you do and you want to intensify the stretch, what you want to do is take your pelvis and posteriorly rotate it. All that means is that you're going to pretend like you have a tail and you're tucking your tail under your body. When you maintain this position and you lean forward towards the wall, and your second and third toes are facing forward, this is going to emphasize the stretch on that gastrocnemius, the upper part of your calf muscle. And then when you do that and you're stretching your hamstrings, you should be well on your way to becoming more flexible in the splits and being able to kick higher than you were before. If you think that this video was helpful or you learned something new, make sure that you subscribe and like the video. Also, comment down below what else you'd like to see me post and make videos about, because I'm trying to help you with all the videos that I'm making. If you want a super in-depth explanation of everything related to the flexibility for your hamstrings and your adductors, which are your groin muscles, in order to kick higher and split lower and to do it without a warm-up, if you're really trying to master your flexibility for those two things, then look into my Flexibility for Martial Arts program, where I teach you, show you, explain to you step by step how to do these exercises, when to do special exercises and techniques, and a lot more. If you have any more questions about that, you can let me know down below, or you can click the link down below to learn more. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Talk to you soon.